If you ask the internet how to become a top student, you'll get a terrifying list of demands. Wake up at 5 a.m., color code a schedule across a dozen different productivity apps, and chain yourself to a desk for 10 hours straight until your brain files for resignation. But the students who actually maintain high grades without burning out take a completely different approach. They build daily routines that work with their brain's natural energy rhythms, instead of trying to fight against them. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to build your ideal, sustainable daily routine, from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. So right now, grab whatever you use to plan your day, a physical notebook, a digital calendar, anything blank, and keep your current class syllabus nearby. By mapping this system out on paper today, you eliminate the daily friction of deciding what to study next. You wake up with a plan, and you execute it. We'll start building your routine with this blank master calendar. Step 1 is establishing the absolute boundaries of your day by choosing a consistent time to wake up and a consistent time to go to sleep. Waking up at 6 a.m. on a Tuesday and noon on a Sunday gives your body jet lag without ever leaving your zip code. Pick a realistic morning hour, like 7:30, and commit to keeping it relatively steady all week. Immediately beneath that wake-up time, we schedule your first daily boundary, 30 minutes completely offline. Starting your morning by letting a social media algorithm hijack your attention is a massive drain on your focus. Use this buffer to get out of bed, drink a glass of water, open the curtains for some natural light, and simply arrive at your desk with a clear head. Now we transition into the first active working block of the day, which we call the heavy lifting phase. This specific 60-minute slot is reserved entirely for your hardest, most dreaded subject. That complex math chapter you've been putting off goes right here. But study math is too vague for an actionable plan. Your brain needs an exact target, so define the outcome clearly. Complete 15 practice equations. We schedule this intense work right away because your cognitive energy is a finite resource. You must tackle high-friction tasks while your mental clarity is at its absolute peak. When you capture your freshest attention for your toughest assignment, you secure a major academic win before breakfast. Even if the rest of your day goes completely off the rails, you still made forward progress. After that heavy listing session, you will likely feel your concentration begin to slip. That energy drop is completely normal. This layout illustrates how we adapt to that drop. We move from heavy lifting on the left to the down curve on the right, shifting away from intense conceptual learning to basic maintenance work. Dedicate your early afternoon hours strictly to these lower intensity duties. This is the time to review notes, organize study materials, click through flashcards, or attend your scheduled classes. And somewhere in the middle of that afternoon work, you must deliberately schedule 20 to 30 minutes of physical movement. This is where a lot of routines fail. Staring at your phone for half an hour feels like resting, but scrolling does absolutely nothing to clear your cognitive fatigue. It's a fake break. A truly restorative break requires stepping away from your screens entirely. Stand up, walk outside, stretch your legs, and let your eyes focus on something further away than a textbook. Your brain acts very much like a physical muscle. The actual strengthening and consolidation of information happens during these periods of genuine rest, not during the active strain. Looking back at our master calendar, we drop one more focused block into the late afternoon or early evening. This is your second deep study session, geared toward practice exams or finishing up homework. And directly beneath that session is the single most critical boundary in this entire system, the shutdown time. Right before you hit that red line, spend exactly 5 minutes planning tomorrow. Write down what assignments are due and what your hardest task will be for the morning. This tiny ritual completely solves your morning decision-making problem. You won't wake up wondering what to do, because past you already made the schedule. Now leave everything below that red line completely blank. This is your evening recovery zone. Talk to your family, play a game, read a book, actually live your life. Studying until midnight doesn't prove your dedication, it just ruins your focus for the next day. A strict evening boundary guarantees you'll have the endurance to keep this routine up long term. Look at the structure you just built. You now have a complete, realistic system balancing intense academic focus with legitimate personal recovery. But eventually, you are going to mess it up. You'll wake up late or procrastinate for 2 hours, and the instinct will be to throw the whole routine in the trash. When that happens, simply restart at the next available block. If you miss your morning heavy lifting, move it to the afternoon. A bad Tuesday morning doesn't mean Tuesday is ruined. Your goal is not to execute one flawless, superhuman week of productivity. Your goal is imperfect consistency over months. So tonight, look at your schedule. Decide when your shutdown time is. Write down tomorrow's hardest task, and then close the planner. The perfect academic life isn't built in a single day. It is built by hundreds of ordinary days executed consistently well.